Welcome peeps to otakusandgeeks.com video game flashback, and today we're taking a look back at Dragon Ball Z Legendary Super Warriors for the Game Boy Color. This was a RPG card-based type of style game, and it followed from Gohan's perspective, believe it or not. At least in the beginning, it followed from Gohan's perspective, and that's what we're going to be looking at right here when Piccolo's training Gohan right before the Saiyan invasion. And one thing, a little nitpick I have with this is that Gohan, you see right here, he looks more like going towards Teen Gohan from the Cell Saga, or when he was like in the Frieza Saga, not like the young Gohan that we've seen in the series. But that's just my little nitpick right there. Gameplay, graphics, and the graphics, it's alright for what it does. For the gameplay, you have these cards that determine your attacks, like your Masenkos, how much hit damage you're gonna do. You have your defensive cards, and just like most of these card-based RPG games, you run out of your cards or you run out of your choices, you're gonna lose. But one thing that's different about this card-based game is that you're not just gonna select your card to do the attack. You select your card, but then, as you just previously saw, which I just missed my cue, you are able to button press with you press the buttons that are prompted for you to press. So you have to press like a combination, and depending if you get all the combinations, you'll be able to do more damage. If you say, like, if I only hit A and miss up and B, I'm only going to do damage, minimum damage with the A button that I pressed. So it actually has some really strategic elements here that I thought was good, and I actually do like the way the gameplay was presented. I'm not a huge fan of card-based RPGs, but this one I had a blast with it. Not only because I'm biased because it's Dragon Ball Z and I love the Dragon Ball franchise, but it's because the way it was presented, that I like that fact that you were also button prompt. So it actually made just like, okay, I'm not just sitting on my ass watching the cutscenes. I do have to do some little quick time events, and I thought that worked very, very well. From the music standpoint, music's okay. I mean, I kind of wish they had more music from the soundtrack and just put it in like a Game Boy music type of way. But I do like this game, but I can't strongly recommend it for anybody who's curious about it. There's way better Dragon Ball Z RPG games that's card-based. I highly recommend the Super Nintendo one, the Legendary Super Saiyan. The Super Saiyan one, Legendary Super Saiyan's Broly. But I do recommend that one. I thought they did a fantastic job of doing the entire Frieza saga, from Raditz to the Frieza saga, the Raditz to the Frieza saga, and I thought they did that way better job. But this one it's not bad. It's a nice turn-based card RPG from Gohan's perspective, at least from the beginning. I thought it was a little refreshing. You do get to explore the maps and the worlds, which more Dragon Ball Z games are starting to introduce now. So I would say, if you still have your Game Boy Color, I would say check it out. It's still a fun game. I like the animation. I do like the elements of the card base, but you also button prompt. So overall, not bad, but not that great either. This is Justin from otakusandgeeks.com. This has been your video game flashback at Dragon Ball Legendary Super Warriors. Peace.